used to live with Freddie Mercury back in the 80s. And let me tell you one thing. He was not remotely gay, like the media would have you believe. He's one of the straightest men I've ever seen in my life. I lived with him for like 14 months or something like that. And he was totally fine. Just like any other guy. He was kind of like Terry Davis when he would smoke marijuana. But he wasn't gay. I don't know why that's a thing. Some sort of a trope with a lot of these guys. A lot of rock stars. David Bowie. I spent quite a bit of time with David. And let me tell you one thing, he is not gay. I can promise you he's not. It's fine. You can do whatever. But at that point, he was not. I'll tell you who is, though. James Bond. Now, James Bond, that's another story. You live with him, you live in a bathhouse. All those stories about James Bond are the exact opposite, just like Freddie Mercury. Reminds me of when I was living with Freddie Fingernails. Had some good ass times with Fred Fingernails. I remember the thing about Freddy Krueger is that, as a joke, he used to come into a room when you have a lot of friends over and piss into his own mouth without spilling a drop. That was Fred Krueger's move. I mean, guys, fucking freak show. But I mean, hey, who am I to judge, right? To each his own. He wants to get the pelican mouthful. That's what he called it. I said, what are you, a sailor? He said, nah, he used to be. He isn't anymore. I think he was a hitman at that point. I think that was the point where he used to go into people's fucking nightmares and assassinate them. Imagine you're doing that. I remember right before Jesse James and Sandra Bullock had divorced. I remember one time we were on our motorcycles. We were riding around, might have been like Pasadena, and he's like, pull over, I gotta take a piss. I'm like, all right. We pull over, I turn around, he's pissing into his own mouth. This is Jesse James, okay? For starters, he's pissing into his own mouth, okay? And talking through the piss. And he told me that Sandra Bullock is amazing. We are right now at the historic Kirby Smith mansion, somewhere in an undisclosed location. And the reason why I'm here is because there's a legend that exists on this property that if you sit on these steps, on this porch long enough, I'm not sure how long it's going to be, but if you sit on this porch long enough, then the president that you voted for is going to come here with a military, with a thing, a motorcade, and that president there is going to come visit you and grant you your wishes that you voted for. And I said to myself, gosh, that sounds pretty funny. That old myth, I think they call it the Kirby Smith presidential myth, I think it's called. It might actually be named after Kirby Puckett. But I'm here. I am trying out that legend. Now, keep in mind, this legend
If you're gonna know it again, this legend. If you sit here long enough on this porch, your president, the president that you voted for, will come over here and grant you your however many wishes. Might be 3,000 that you voted for. That's just one of the reasons why I'm here. Another reason is to show everybody, look what we can build. The reason I came here is to show everybody here, look what we could build. See this place? They used to call it the Kirby Puckett House. Well, after it was called the Kirby Smith Mansion. And it just became our place of mirth. I've completed this legend. This is what you can do. This is what you can do when you work together. And I'm still feeling the southern air right now. And that's another reason why I'm here. I love football. I'm an avid football lover. Another is for the southern air. I'm not so sure that I've been here before. I'm trying to go back, but nothing's ringing.
I can tell you some signs. You came to the right place.
If my memory serves me right, it was Michael Jordan who got me wise to the fact that those pillars holding up the old thing there are Herms. I want to say it was Michael Jackson who told me that. Michael Jordan, rather. I don't think I had to bubble up. You should have seen Michael Jordan and Bruce Campbell when they were together. When they were at the high rollers tables. I mean, I don't even want to get into that. I was just trying to lighten the ambiance. I mean, I think I'm wrong, but I want to say that this house was, Wasn't it a house for the criminally insane a couple of years back? I don't think this is the one. I think I'm thinking of a different one. This is why it's been built. So we can have a good time. I'm having a good time right now. I want that to be our job. Having a good time. That's how smoothed out I feel from the southern air. I feel it's the basics, which are the essentials that I'm getting back to right now. For the love of the game. Cool. This thing's about getting right. This, in some ancient civilization or culture, it means good luck when you have a cigar that stacks up as tight as this roll has, and it means good luck, especially for the man who's smoking it. Ooh, still pretty bright in the flavor region. I haven't gotten to the posterior end quite yet, and it's bringing me back because I hadn't remembered being here. This is where old Kirby Smith was said to have gone crazy. I doubt it. Sounds like a smear campaign to me. He was probably so sane, he had to go away. I don't know much about him, though. That's the thing. I don't know much about him. But I do remember... I think it might have been... You know, there's one point, it's not... I'm not sure if it's being lived in right now, but... There was one point... I want to say I'd done some squatting in here for a week or two. It was just so dark. That was such a dark period in life. I didn't know where I was. I didn't recognize it. But I think I was in there... Might have been more than a few weeks.
Well, those times I didn't get to see much of the city. I was filleting low. Somehow got even sweeter.
Somehow got even sweeter. This cigar somehow got even sweeter. Isn't it interesting how this cigar got so much sweeter? Yeah, I was smoking these when I was here. It's as simple as that. Do you think they would let me play a few plays in the playbook on the field? Do you think they would give me the pleasure of playing with their team for a special set? You know, this day's way too peaceful for me to start getting riled up on the field. Never mind. I'm not so sure they would anyway. Though I have some experience that would surprise you. If you knew how much experience of football that I had, you would be surprised as if you saw me do something else, like drum like a freak. I have perhaps even more experience playing and managing football than even drumming, which makes me feel crazy. But they're doing like a practice thing. An old pro on the field over there, showing them different ways from the old school ways. No, not so sure they'd like that. I have to. That's not like a thing. I have to, or I'll puke. I remember it was this corner that I crashed my truck into when I had first arrived at the house. And luckily, it didn't make too much noise. There was a loud football game going on. There were whistles. There were cheerleaders. There were guys up there dancing. They were so loud. There may have even been explosions from explosives going off, as well as firecrackers and fireworks and guns. But I didn't hit it hard, but hard enough to sort of start breaking into stone. But I came coasting in here. I didn't have any other place to go, and I figured, if I'm just gonna die tonight, I'm at least gonna not be moving when I do. So I crashed right in there. I saw that it was, there's room there for me. And I said to myself, I want to replicate this lifestyle for everyone around me. I want to build something good that we can all enjoy for the sake of enjoying. That's how I'm starting to feel about it. For the sake of enjoying. A lot of things could be for the sake of enjoyment. I recognize that one. Dead before it even started. It seems to me that I am sure that only friendly people have lived in this house. That's why I'm making it my new home. House of friendly people. And I really kind of like that organization.